I'm making this video today to address Paul Kumbowa of Calvary Crown Academy. I heard your advert on live TV. Then I brought my children to your school. If I knew you were a troublemaker, I would not have brought my children there. We came, picked a registration form, paid everything we were asked to pay, then we resumed. In September of 2021, school resumed. You did not give us school uniform, you did not give us books. Second week of resumption, I came to school one afternoon to pick my children. They don't allow people to get into the school hall if you want to pick children. They will ask you to write out the names of the children you want to pick. Then you will give it to the admin. They will now use microphone to call out the names. So I got to school that afternoon on the 29th of September 2021 to pick my children. I gave the lady the names of my 3 kids that were registered in their school. So she was reluctant to call the names, and I kept wondering why. So from time to time, I kept meeting her, please call the names I gave you. Then later, she came to meet me and was telling me that my son had injured somebody. So I was now wondering, how will my son injure somebody in a school? This is a boy I raised alone in the house and has never given me trouble. So what are you trying to say? Let me see the child that you said he injured. So she took me in. Only for me to get there, I'm seeing my first daughter with a piece of rag head over her head. She now said, this is the person that the boy injured. And I said, this is my daughter. She said, it's the boy that is my son that injured her. How? What happened? She said after they closed, they put all of them in one classroom, that it was during that process that the boy pushed her. She now got injured. The boy was 4 years old at that time. And I said, when you put all of them in one class, was there no teacher minding them? She was not looking at me. If there's a teacher minding them, how come about this degree of injury? The rag she was holding over her head was already full, soaked with blood. When she removed the rag, I could even see the bone because the injury is here. She had already cried herself out. So immediately I rushed her to the hospital. A child had injured under your care, no first aid. You did not take the child to a hospital, which there's even an hospital close to them there. You did not even call me. That's the most annoying part of the whole situation. You did not call the parents of the child to let these people know that your child has injured, though please come and take her to the hospital, since people cannot be responsible for the injury. So I rushed her to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, when we were leaving the school to go to the hospital, I saw the proprietor outside. It was him that even told me there that this girl will get up to 3 stitches. When we got to the hospital, they gave her 4 stitches. When they were stitching my child, I was crying. We finished stitching her, went home. On our way home that evening, the admin called me, trying to find out how the girl was doing. Fine, I've treated her. She was not saying, ma, please, we are sorry. I was not like, you are sorry, just like that. We just resumed your school, and this is the kind of experience we are getting as welcome. She now said, ma, we closed 3, you came to 4. You closed 3, I came to 4. Is that an excuse? Is there a reason why my children should not be properly taken care of under your care? You should have told me that once it's past closing time, that children are left in your school at parents' risk. We will not know if we still want our children in your school or not. Moreover, I paid for after school care. When I came to make payment, you told me if I pay for after school care, when the children close, before the parents come to pick them, they will be properly taken care of. When I told her I paid for after school care, that was when her voice now became low. She was not trying to apologize, that she's sorry for making that kind of utterance. So the next day, my husband and I went to their school to demand for a refund, because we were not so sure we wanted our kids to return to that kind of environment where their safety is not guaranteed. They've not given us uniform, they've not given us books, school is just resuming. So the head mistress said that she could not do anything, that it's the proprietor that can do something about it. So we called him, and when my husband was talking to him on the phone, he was saying, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do? My husband has said, refund me for everything I paid to put my children in your school. He was not even talking well on the phone. He was sounding very rude and uncut. So my husband said, okay, this is how you are going to be responding to me. No problem. You'll hear from my lawyers. I was surprised that he now called me, that how can he see us? And I gave him the description of where he should meet us. He came, and before he came, my husband was already busy. He now met me. This guy was talking to me. In his process of trying to appeal, he was telling me how a parent in the Asiloko Road branch made issue with them. Parents now came to the school to create a scene and destroy things, that at the end of the day they now arrested the parents. That is the parent that was not even begging. So he was not trying to tell me that I should not overreact, threatening me in the process of trying to appeal. But I didn't want to even look at it from that direction. I didn't want to look at it that this guy is trying to threaten me. And I told my husband that, okay, let's allow these children go back to school. That's how we managed them all through that first term. Second term, we resumed again. We ought to have withdrew them because of that singular incident, but we didn't just want to write them off completely, let it not seem like we don't trust them because of one small mistake. We just removed our children from the school because we came there with so much trust, so much anticipation. My 3 kids were there, my sister's 2 kids were there, my friend also put their children there. Some other people that I even know put their children there. We managed them through that first term. The second term, January, as soon as school was resuming again, we paid tuition. Meanwhile, they still have not given us some uniforms and boots. Up till this second term, they were still making excuses as to why uniforms were still not available, that his wife ordered for the uniform from Turkey, and that they mistakenly sent the money to a wrong account, that they were defrauded. That's why we've not been able to get uniform, and everything will be fine. Pray for us. He will just keep posting even unnecessary messages as to why they have failed in giving us uniform. As the children resumed school second term, I went to pick them again that afternoon. As they were bringing the children out, the third one, who was in preschool, they were bringing her out. She was looking so weak and pale. This is a child that dropped in school, looking healthy. She was not only temperature when I took her to school. She was fine. If she was not fine, I would not take her to school. So they were bringing the girl out. She was looking so weak and pale. So I asked the teacher, what's the matter? And that the girl has been only temperature since morning. See, she has been only temperature since morning, and you didn't call me. And she said, we've been managing her. How have you been managing her? And we've been watching her. I said, okay. When I touched her body, I knew that I was not going to take her home like this. I was supposed to take her straight from that place to the hospital. So since if I get to the hospital, they are going to ask me what I gave her. And I called the teacher back, please, what have you given her? Because the child is only temperature under your care. First thing you give the child is paracetamol before you now start saying, okay, you want to see how she will respond, before you now know if it's a serious case or not. She said they didn't give her anything. So you didn't give her anything, she said. Since morning, she has only temperature. You didn't give her paracetamol. You didn't call me. And this is 3 o'clock. So I picked her straight, went to the hospital. They ran check. First of all, they tried to expose her body. While they were trying to expose her body, that was when we discovered that this child has already poo on her pants. Only God knows what would have happened if I did not arrive there as at the time I did. So we treated her. After everything, on our way home, I called my husband and told him, this is what has happened again in this school. So then he said that these children are not going back to that school. So the next day, I went straight to the school. I told them to give me back my money. First one has happened. You said sorry. I stayed. This is the second time. I don't want third one to happen, please. Maybe the third time I will not be wishing I did not stay back. So please, make a refund because I'm leaving because of your irresponsibility. I'm leaving because you people are not responsible. Because I can no longer condone your act of negligence. Children that are put in your care, you don't take care of them. You don't give them proper care, no proper attention. You choke them up in one class like sardine. Everything you promised us when we were coming to register for the school, you didn't do anything. You promised us amazing playground, amazing teachers, none. The children, some of the classes were not even having teachers at the time. That's why you would gather children with clothes from other, you will gather them in one place, and there's no teacher to mind them. There's no teacher to look after them. So I said we're not going to return back to the school. But they should make a refund of the money we have paid for tuition, and the uniform they did not give us, because we paid for it, you did not give us. I no longer need them, so make a refund for it. I kept calling the school, calling the proprietor's wife, calling the proprietor. After I had laid my complaint to him, he stopped picking my call. I would send him messages, he would not reply. The last time I went to the school, the wife was acting so sarcastic, and she would carry phone, put phone on her ear, act like she was making call, so that I would waste my time there. In her mind, maybe you have time to waste. You will stay here. When you are tired, you will leave. So I waited for her. Finally, she spoke with me, and that Madam, it's not my fault oh, it is not in my place to give you anything oh. Anyway, write down everything you say we owe you. The proprietor will reach you. After much dragging, these people did not refund us. They did not answer us. So one day my husband has said, it's like these people, they feel our voice is not loud enough. Let me I was even the one that stopped my husband from arresting them. My husband wanted to arrest them. I said leave them, because to me I felt the matter has not gotten to that extent. I felt it has not reached like that. Let's not overdo it. Maybe let's give them time. Maybe they will reach us, maybe they will reach us, but they did not reach us. So one morning my husband and I went to their place with public address system. I was explaining the whole situation we have encountered with them, everything that has happened so far since we came to the school. So the teachers now called him that see what is going on oh. He now called police. He did not come to see how he can pacify or make amends or correct the situation. He brought police. So we all went to the police station. When we got to the police station, we now explained everything. The officer addressing the case now asked us what happened. So we all explained. We told our part, they also told their part. So when he saw that the way the officer was addressing the issue was not favoring him, he started shouting. He was even ready to fight. I was not like, so this is the person we entrusted our children to. This is the kind of person that we handed our children over to. Started regretting making that mistake of putting our children in that school. So the police officer now saw that they were not even ready to make peace. He now said they should leave his office. So he now went to the division section of that station. Oh God, he now entered. This man brought public address system to his business premises to come and spoil his business. Those ones were now saying, Oga, why will you bring a public address system to somebody's business place? So we not told our own part of the story. Look at what has happened. Look at what has happened. After much dragging, after trying to see to the both parts, in the evening of the whole thing, they now said my husband should write an apology letter to them for his action. They too should write an apology letter to my husband for everything we encountered in their school and for refusing to make a refund. They should write an apology letter also. So both parties now wrote apology letter to each other in the police station there. They now said they should come back to the station the next day. From that time till now, these people have not showed up in the station. The police have gone to their place several times. This guy refused to show up. They've called him on the phone severally. He refused to show up. So after a while, I said, okay, since we were the ones that took the case to police station, now they have run away. The station that I heard their advert from, let me cry to those people. So I wrote an official petition at the Ministry of Education. I wrote to ITV. So after I explained everything to ITV, they called me. They said, okay, they will talk to those people. So several times I met with some delegates from ITV. Even my husband met with them. But the way they were talking, you will see that they could not get any positive report from these people. You could say they could not get any positive results. They were not ready to make a refund. So I just said, okay, let me leave these people for a while. Very good day. Their time will come. A few weeks ago, I just noticed a message came into my phone. I opened it, and it was him sharing about his political aspiration. As soon as I saw the message, I got irritated because, first of all, someone with this kind of character, you have no business seeking political position, because if you cannot manage your personal business, how can you now manage political office? Your personal business should be more dear to you than public office. So if you treat your personal business like this, then how will you treat public office? So he sent a message, and immediately I replied him. I said, you must be really crazy to send this message to me. How convenient for you to quote the scriptures, even though you do the exact opposite of God's word, by collecting money from people by false pretense and not delivering on your promises. That was the message I sent to him. So he now replied me immediately. He said, wow, madam, it seems you are still in pains. It is really sad how you allow wickedness rule you. This bitterness must hurt. I suggest you find peace on the inside. See, that's the message he sent me there. So I now replied him again. I said, you don't have and will never have peace. You are cursed. so shall you remain. He now replied me, you see, on the contrary, I live an excellent life. And I said, good for you then, get lost, criminal. If you have peace, you won't send me this message. He now replied me, I say sorry. I say sorry when I have to. I don't carry grudges of yesterday. I have even forgotten you and your likes existed. I pray you find peace. And since you love troubles, I will suggest you don't try one with me, cause I will respond legally and you won't like it. However, it won't be necessary as I'm about to block your sorry life off my phone. That's his message right there. That's the message he sent me. So before I could respond to him again, he already blocked me. My reply to him then was, don't bother threatening me. It won't work this time. A criminal invaded my privacy by sending me a message. I had to respond accordingly so you don't come and again and do what you know how to do best. Because you are a swindler. People will pay you for something you will not deliver on your promises. Now you are sending me a message for what? That I should campaign for you, or I should vote for you, or for what? Why are you sending me this kind of message? Why? Why are you sending me this kind of message? And this is a person that claimed he didn't have my number when they were talking about this case in the police station. When they asked him why he did not reach out to me when he heard about what happened in school, he said he did not have my number. He claimed not to have my number. That's why he did not call me. Even when I was telling that this man used to send me messages. In fact, I used to send him messages each time I pay school fees. I used to send him evidence of payment. He said he didn't have my number. I said, no problem. Since you say you don't have my number, now you don't. How did you not get my number that you are sending me messages? So he blocked me. So he did not receive that message I was trying to send him. Coincidentally, the other day I saw somebody talking about them on Facebook. I saw about Obase talking about them on Facebook of how about Ponzi scheme and all, and about some of their shady deals. So immediately I had to respond that I have a personal experience with these people. This is my encounter with them when I put my children in their school. So Abatna said, oh, will I be willing to share my experience on live video? I said yes. I will share my experience. You cannot continue to threaten me. You cannot shut my mouth. After everything, he's still not remorseful. Rather, he's still claiming rights. Voice is for me. I can use it to speak. You cannot oppress me. You cannot intimidate me. You owe me. So as long as you owe me and you have refused to pay, I will share my experience. So on that live video, I shared my experience just the way I have narrated it now, everything that happened in their school. Maybe he probably watched the video or he heard about it, I don't know. Remember, he already blocked me. So this time around, I was surprised he now blocked me so that he can message me. I was surprised to receive his message this time around. This is the message here that he sent. This is the message. Going to call the person blackmailing me is just low of you and your husband. But nonetheless, my matter is in God's hand and not any man. I believe you will see the end. I believe you will see the end, how glorious it will be. Keep living a painful life while we glide in joy. Meanwhile, my husband did not say anything to him. My husband did not make a live video. I am the one that called in that video. So I don't know why he's bringing my husband into it. So when I saw this message, I was laughing because I cannot imagine that you blocked me. You said you want to block my sorry life. You blocked my sorry life. Now you are coming, you have to unblock me again to send me a message. No problem. So what he does is he will block me. After insulting me, he will block me so that I cannot respond. Then anytime he want to insult me again, he will now unblock me and send message. I did not say anything. I just sent him those laughing emojis. Then he now replied again, yes, so I am happy. It's free publicity stunt. I will send you screenshots of school progress at the end of your attempt to blackmail. Who is blackmailing you? How did I blackmail you? Did I tell you I have anything against you that if you do anything, I'm going to release it? So I don't understand. I think you don't know the meaning of blackmail. If you know the definition of blackmail, you will not use it in this context. You will not tell me that I'm blackmailing you. How am I blackmailing you? Meanwhile, you are the one threatening me. God does not sleep. Oh. My school will raise better children and soar higher. Benin City is ours for academic taking, and we will. Still, thanks for your short patronage too. Have a nice life, ma. Kiss the kids for me. See his message there. After wishing me a painful life, you are again within a short time wishing me to have a nice life. So I don't understand. I did not say anything to him. After that message, he now sent me another picture of his aspiration. Maybe to pepper me, I don't know, or to tension me. He wants to see how I will react. He wants to hear what I will say. He wants me to feel pressured. He wants me to feel tensioned. He sent that one. I did not say anything. Later again that night, he sent another one to see how I will respond. I did not say anything. Now I'm using this medium to reach out to all mothers, to parents, to civil society, to everywhere meaning Nigeria, everywhere meaning Edolite, every citizen of Edo State to hear me out. Because when I'm actually speaking out, fine, thank God for everything that happened. My children are safe now. But if I keep quiet and I don't talk, people will not know the danger ahead. Because every now and then we hear and see how some schools will gamble with people's life and some children will lose their lives in schools. These are one of the reasons. So imagine that injury that day was more than that. This is how you still be threatening me. My main reason now for doing this is that I can say that he's not remorseful. So I'm making this video so people will be careful that you are putting your children in school. Be careful the kind of school that you are putting your children. Because some of these people, we don't really know them. We don't know their mental state. Someone that opens school should have at least a little level of sympathy. At least when you can be a school owner, you should have some level of humanity in you. But you see this person, he does not have it. I've encountered him first time and I don't wish my enemy, I don't wish someone I hate so much to even have a personal encounter with them. I don't hate anybody, but for the purpose of this video, I don't even wish the person I hate so much to have an encounter with this person because you will not like it. It's a very traumatizing situation. I put my children in your school and this is how you are paying me back. Remember that the money we paid, you did not refund us. Different people have tried to come into this situation, but you didn't make yourself available to make peace. And I left you. But right now you are stalking my personal space and I still should not talk. You are sending me messages to insult me on my personal space. I will talk because you cannot continue to seize my voice. You can't shut me up. So if you are doing any political aspiration, take it elsewhere. Please stop sending me personal messages. You are cyber stalking me by sending those messages to me to provoke me, to see what I will do. You want to hear what I will say. I know some people will say maybe I'm doing this now to dent his image. No, I'm not doing this to dent his image. If I want to do it to dent his image, I would have done it a long time ago. But I did not. I just kept quiet. But seeing that I still kept quiet, you that offended me, you are not remorseful. You are the one still trying to provoke me the more. The video I made with Abba, I'm not the only one that made video. I'm not the only one that called in on Abba. There are so many other people that you have offended. Even the woman that you later refunded, she went to Ministry of Education. She had to cry out severally before your twin brother now refunded the money to her on 2 different occasions when he sent the money twice. My sister has long removed their children from the school. So many people that I know that have long removed their children from the school because of your poor management. You insult parents, talk to them anyhow, treat children anyhow, treat children like they are a piece of trash. I made a mistake by leaving my children in the school after that first encounter. Even when you came and you were telling me how a parent had an issue with you and you arrested the parent, you were boastful about it. Send me a message and you block me, I will come here and reply you if that is what you want. You say I'm giving you free publicity, no problem. Look, I know you have sweet mouth. You can come out and lie. You can tell the people whatever you want to tell them, but I'm sure in that your deceitful tongue, there are some people who can still see through you. You cannot continue to deceive people all the days of your life because no matter how you try to paint issues, people can still see the real situation.